Hiya, my name's Nick. Welcome to the Bear's Paws. What can I get you? Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? How are we all? Are we all alright? Are we all marvellous? Are we all full of the joys of spring? Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Kirsty, you can hear and see me. Thank you very much. Much appreciado, as they say in Japan. How's things? How you going? Alright? Mandy? Savat? And Steve? You alright, bud? I'm just making sure I'm not missing anybody. I'm not. There we go. We're alright. Let's get ready to rumble. Weather is rubbish today. Yeah. Not been great. It was sunny earlier on. I went for a walk as well about 10 past 7ish. Just to get me steps target in for the day. It didn't rain. It was warm, but it was miserable. Very overcast. And now it is raining. But it's the kind of weather where I don't mind walking. It cools you down slightly. And if it starts getting a little bit cold, it encourages you to walk a bit quicker. But I've managed to get my steps target done for the day again, which means I'm now on where are we? 18 days in a row I've hit my steps target. 18 days in a row. Which is not bad at all, really, is it? Considering I have to push myself to do it occasionally, but you know, alternatively wear a coat. Yes, but if you wear a coat while it's warm, you'll feel even warmer. If it's raining and that just starts to take the edge off the heat, that's when you walk quicker. Thank you. It is good work, I think so. I was going to walk on the treadmill in the house, and then I thought, no, get out in the fresh air, and do it now. And if you walk all the way down to the bottom, you have to walk all the way back up. You can't just stop on like you can on a treadmill. You can stop, can't you? I can't be bothered anymore. I'm bored of this. Stop and get off. Not when you're all the way down there. You can't. You have to walk back. So that worked. I still haven't had a chance to get out to the Botanic Gardens. I want to go and do that. Don't know whether to live stream from there or just do a video. Don't know yet. But even with the bad weather, you know, it closes at 8 o'clock. There's still flowers everywhere. Should be alright. I'll do that sometime. Very soon. If I ever manage to get rid of this tiredness that I've got at the moment. Absolutely bloody exhausted. Jess is off tomorrow though. So I don't have to be up early in the morning. While I say that, change my alarm. I don't have to be up at 7 o'clock, so I can have another couple of hours in bed. Dare you ask about the Lawnmower Museum? Dare. It's there. Yeah. I will get there eventually. It's just been, I think the last 2 or 3 weeks have been a bit weird, to be honest. In terms of like my mum and dad being away, and then still having to get Jess of a morning and take her into work, and then having to look after the house as well. It's just been very odd. But they're back, so hopefully get this week out the way and it should calm down back into normality. I think, did my dad start work today? It might have been today he's gone back to work, which will make things go a bit more normal. Yeah, but even things like going to the Lawnmower Museum, going to the Botanic Gardens, all the stuff that I wanted to do, something constantly crops up, takes over. There's always something. I'll go at 1 o'clock and then someone gives you a call. Can you pick me up at 12:30? And then by the time you drop them off, come back home, made a cup of tea and put your feet up, it's like, oh, shite. Football sort of took over. It did. Managed a couple of Dennis Bergkamp streams. But apart from that one day where it was nice and sunny, it's rained most of the days where I could do it during the day. The rest of the time, I'm working. Ball ache, but there you go. Got to pay the bills, haven't you? But I'll get there. And I think the Lawnmower Museum, despite the fact that it's you'd say it's a summery kind of place, wouldn't you? Mowing grass, summer. I think it's open all year round, or it should be at least. So I'll make sure I go in there. Maybe not back to normal. The Olympics starts on Friday. It may well do. And we will be watching some of it, but no guarantee that I'm going to be watching something every single bloody day. Because that was exhausting doing the football. On top of a job and on top of looking after a house and what have you. Hard work. I was talking to Jess about it the other day. About whether or not having one kid is enough. Whether it's fair, whether you should have more than one kid. And I just said to her, you're tiring enough. And if I had another kid, having to fit 2 lots of lifts in and things like that, I don't think I could do it. I don't, but yeah. Safadima, some players, how you doing, bud? The opening ceremony, at least. It all depends because there is rugby league and I'm not missing that for anything. I did for the football and it wasn't worth it. Fridays used to be my day. I kind of miss that. Although I'm not missing what happened. I used to go home from work, probably get to Tesco or something for 7:30, get a couple of bottles of wine, something to eat, get in, get my feet up and then start watching BBC 4, Top of the Pops reruns with a few glasses of wine, and just piss and moan about it on Twitter. And then whatever was on that Friday night, music night, I'd watch all that, and I love that. Or rugby league when it's on during the season. So Fridays is always, I looked forward to it. 7 o'clock on a Friday night, work done, switch to being off mode. So I do miss that. Complaining about KFC.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
SAF level 19. No, 19. Lovely stuff. Kiddies Fighting Club. Well, no. Kirsty's fucking chundering, I think the phrase is with that one. Just leave it running, you behave yourselves, honest, yeah. I can imagine you not behaving yourselves. Well, the rugby's on at 8 o'clock, so if I can find a way of watching that and still staying connected, I will do. It might mean a bed stream, and I'll watch the rugby on me telly while you piss about. I also haven't managed any beach streams, have I? And yet last night I think the skies looked brilliant for about 10 minutes, which is a shame. But that was only 10 minutes. At some point, fairly soon, the skies should start getting really crazy for a while at a time. No, too much cloud, but once you start getting towards autumn, that's when you start getting the really red, purpley, bluey skies, the ones that look like a bruise. They're very nice. If I can catch some of them, I'll be delighted. I can supervise via the chat, I could do. But I'm not going to miss rugby league, not for fucking Olympics. Come on. Get it right, mate, get it right. You mean taking the fifth? More like, yeah, taking the filth, not taking the fifth, definitely. Oh, talking filth. Sorry. I thought you were about taking the fifth. Pleading the fifth. Yes. You don't talk filth. Speaking of which, Ali, how you doing? Ali out. How's it going? Yeah, right you are. Not who, it's how, yes. No, you should be alright. If it's just me chatting and you watching wherever you want to watch on the TV, it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? I could be watching anything, you could be watching anything. A few more weeks and the PSL season starts again. Your finances are going to be taking a beating. You're not winning on those things. We don't need any beating finances. Oh, fucking hell, it's still warm, you know. It is definitely warm. 2 windows open. Still warm. And it's very humid. Very muggy. Very close. Our alley. Behind the bar. There you go, you're behind the bar. Propped up behind the bar. You can be well behaved when you want, Mandy. I will believe that when I see it. Yeah. Saf just levelled up, he has. Level 19. No, 19. And for the first time in ages, I remembered to start the Bears Paws jukebox. So Get the music started isn't playing. How gutted is that? Behave is your middle name, Ali. Behave. Yeah, that's what I said. Be right back, no worries, Saphodimus. Oh, there you go, a nice big order. Well done, that's what we like to see. My throat's a bit raw today. I don't know why. A bucket for our Mandy, a bucket. Bucket with a capital Buch. Keep thinking I'm forgetting something, I'm not, am I? Lice, 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 Mike. I don't know, it's weird. In my mind there's something missing. Oh, well, no biggery. Can't be that important, can it? PSL, please show leg. Pass some leg out. Portside logistics, please show leg. Filth. Filth. Yeah, according to your song, we don't think so, Ali. Angels, there's your song. Steve, you're too tired, no worries, mate. See you on Sunday. Love to you, Helen, and our Ruby. You go and get your head down, mate. Well deserved. I had a blast on my crack pipe earlier on as well. If anyone's watching, what I mean is my asthma inhaler. I couldn't think of what to call it the other week and I called it a crack pipe. And it's not done me any favours whatsoever. It's this weather, man. It's the weather. The weather outside is frightful. We haven't had a proper summer yet, have we? Windows are wide open, it's still hot. Not having it. But I've got my Corona. There should be more music added as well. I did another scrape of the YouTube playlist and added it into Spotify, so there's a lot more in there. So you might see newer ones coming up. Ireland beat South Africa today in the Olympics. At what? What did they beat them at? Is it football? Oh, it was today, wasn't it? It was the start of stuff. Shit, I forgot about that. The opening ceremony's Friday, but stuff happened today. Mind you, I've been working all day, so I've not had a chance to watch the TV. At Rugger. Guess you are confused. Yes. I think some of the games had to start early because things like rugby and football, you have to have a certain amount of days in between each game, otherwise your limbs would fall off. So they had to start the pool games early, and then it should be ready. The finals should be ready in time for when they're in time for. Weather reports are depressing. There's sun in the east, but it stops before it reaches here. Ah. It's been a bit shitty today, hasn't it? At times. It was alright this morning. Bit overcast, but quite nice. Again, good walking weather. On Sunday, it's the All-Ireland final between Offaly and Cork. It's not being shown on TV, the iPlayer or the Olympics channel. The 100 was on as well today, the cricket, and I never watched a single bit of that. I was sat at this here desk with headphones on waiting to take calls. And in the background I had very, very quietly an audio book going on. Which was nice. But I felt absolutely exhausted all day. And I think it's down to the fact that I almost fell asleep earlier. Do you know that feeling where if you fall asleep for 5 minutes, if it was 10 or 20, you'd wake up and go, all right, I've had a nap, I feel sound now. Or you didn't sleep at all, you'd feel sound, but you'd have the 5 minutes and wake up, and then it wipes you out for the rest of the day. That's pretty much how I felt today. It's a shame that jousting is not a sport in the Olympics. Jousting would be a fantastic Olympic sport. It would make sense. Horses with them dresses on and what have you. Dogging, of course, as well. There's plenty of room in the Olympic Stadium, isn't there? Just for one end, you'd have the javelins down this end throwing spears in that direction and doggers down that end. Getting up to no good. Yes, Ali, it's a semi. After the dogging, a tricky semi. It will be more of a sport than breakdancing, absolutely. Yeah, the BBC showed Clare against Cork in the hurling final. That seemed to go down very, very well amongst people who have no idea what it is. They were absolutely blown away by how tough it was and how quick and skillful people were. So I think hurling has just got a lot of new fans. Hopefully they'll also show the football as well, the All-Ireland. See if they can get a few more fans. And I still haven't got round to watching Seamus Coleman documentary. He played, was it hurling or was it Gaelic football? One or the other. I think it might have been hurling. He did that when he was younger as well. son of Ireland, ledge, absolute ledge. Not sure how you judge dogging though. Wetness of nose, shininess of coat. Would you use a black light? Would that be involved in the measuring, black light measuring? Funnily enough, that was mentioned last night on a video watching Shifting Metal. A fella who runs a garage down in the West Country, and his wife sells cars from down by the farm as well. He sells all the trade expensive stuff, and she sells all the bangers, all the aisle shite. And she bought something on his card, and he was absolutely disgusted with it. It was filthy inside, and he mentioned the black light a couple of times. So I wouldn't like to get in there with a black light. Ugh, no. Horrific. Jousting is the oldest equestrian sport. It would be, wouldn't it? 'Cause after what comes before jousting, it wouldn't. There would be war, and then after that there'd be time for games. Ali, how am I feeling? Tired, man. Tired. But I'll be alright, because lie in tomorrow. Which of course means I'll wake up at 6 o'clock needing a pee, because that's how dad bladders work. Spelt it wrong. I knew what you meant though, Kirsty, don't worry about that. You didn't even notice the missing R. How about the rest of it? The A, the I, the S, the M. There's a bit missing on that one, but I knew what you meant. How are we all doing? Are we all doing fine? Are we all doing well? I am. It's just tiredness. Like I say, most mornings I'll drop Jess off, come home, have a cup of tea, put some shite on the TV, and then fall asleep and have a good 20 minutes to half an hour. And that makes me feel sound for the rest of the day. The fact that I couldn't manage it today, I think, just set me off a little bit. It's put me off me stride. Ali, you want to take the opportunity to thank me for all that I've done for you? Flags on the wardrobe, flags on your name to the watch along. Oh, thank you. It's no big deal, seriously. Being able to spend time with you is absolutely superb. And time where I was struggling a little bit in my recovery. There's times when I needed a little bit of a push. Either an arm around the shoulder or a kick up the arse, and I've got it from the community, so I've really enjoyed spending time with people. So it's no big deal for me doing this. And everything I do on the streams with, I don't know, making the little videos, doing the names and stuff like that, making AI music, making little videos, all that learning, I'm delighted with, because I would have been sat down just watching the telly otherwise. So I think this is a good excuse, if I needed an excuse, or a reason rather, to have a mess around, have a fiddle, and yeah, just hopefully show you that you're appreciated as well, because you really are, all of you. You're not throwing up, which is an improvement. I would say that's always an improvement, unless you are some kind of proper full-on Roman emperor. Vomitariums work for them, not for us. If you ever put too much on me, tell you all to stall the ball. I will, but you don't. I quite like to say I like fiddling. Ooh, no. Let's not go there. I like messing around with stuff. I like having a play. With things like CapCut, Canva, learning all these tech things, I love doing that. It's nice learning how to do things at my age. Proving that you can teach an old dog new tricks. Don't video myself having a fiddle. I can't even video myself having a guitar, never mind a fiddle. I will not do that. Delete video. Yeah, I can tell you if it's too much at once. If it is, you will know about it. Don't worry about that. At which point I'll say, I'm sorry, I can't quite do it at the moment, or I haven't got time. But I will get round to it, like I did with the name tags. I couldn't quite fit them in until I'd got a few other things out of the way. At which point I could sit down and just spend, don't know, about an hour just changing one or two bits and pieces. That was all it took really, but I couldn't fit that in until I got rid of some stuff. And then we did, and I did, and we did, and there it is. But it's good, man. I also like trying to keep on top of things. Or keep it fresh. If it needs a little bit of a tweak and I mess around with, just to make it look as good as it possibly can. Also, people will get bored watching. Just it's nice freshening it up slightly. So you might occasionally see a little bit of a change to the border, or I don't know. I don't think I'm going to change the Bears Paws sign above the top, but little bits might be messed around with and just altered slightly. Maybe. I don't know yet. We don't know, do we? We don't know. Oh, do you want to play with your fiddle? Definitely worth a Frankie, that, isn't it? There's some of the danger warning that though. Kirsty, you've done a Bears Paws dogging song. Oh, fantastic. Lovely stuff. It needs one. I like all the music. Some good stuff out there, isn't it? AI wise. I was very happy with how the Scar song came out. Tried some stuff and it doesn't really work, and then I threw that in and it worked perfectly. As did, I think, the Madchester baggy loose one. Worked very well. My mum and dad have a good holiday. They did. Loved it, but I think they were glad to get back home. You always do, don't you? After you've been away. Just nice to get home to your own bed and settled into your own routine. As much as we don't like it, or we say we don't like it, there is that, again, comfort in familiarity of routine. You're so used to it. Knowing that if you want to go and get a pint of milk from the spa around the corner, you can do. You haven't then got to start having to learn 14 different languages and work out why is the milk fizzy and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Not that Portugal's got fizzy milk, but you do know what I mean, don't you? Sister was in Italy, and while she was there, she managed to fracture a foot. What? It is, isn't it? It's lovely getting back to normal. And it doesn't matter how bad your bed is, it's the best bed in the world, isn't it? Always. Can't stand this bed, I'm getting rid of it, it's shite. Then you go and stay in a hotel for a couple of nights. Get back home to your own bed. Oh, it's lovely, so comfy. Yeah. Although that, what can't even remember what kind of hotel it was. It was Travelodge or something cheap, but the one in Leicester that I stayed in had the comfiest bed I've ever kept in my life. The pillows were all Egyptian cotton and, oh man, gorgeous. But it was all down to work, so, and it was Leicester. Not exactly going away to Bali, is it? Not that I've got too much against Leicester. It was all right. I didn't mind. The people were sound. Is it Hadwick's birthday on Sunday? Think so, if you remember correctly. Right, we'll have to do something for that then, won't we? We will have to do summit. She went down the slide after your 4-year-old needs to be in a campsite. And you've got to be careful. Once you reach a certain age, do not be going down slides. Don't go on roundabouts. Kids can hang on to a roundabout without moving at all. When you're carrying a bit more bulk as you get older, centrifugal forces work on you and you start fwanging here, there and everywhere. Be careful. I'll be alright, I'll just sit in the middle of it, and next thing you know, you're flying on your arse, breaking things. No es bueno, man. No es bueno. Just checking. It's on your calendar. You weren't sure if you got it right. Well, we'll make one anyway. Make something for her. She had to get a taxi to a clinic or a small hospital. No boots. Just bandaged her up. No crutches. Had to hop out to the taxi. And went to get a boot in another area to be told they have none. Jeez. Send her nowhere, eh? Or is this the middle of Milan or something? Oh man. I need to trim the facial hair. It's starting to get very itchy. Not good. It's one of the things I meant to do earlier. Did I write it down? Did I? Fuck. Why don't you write it down now then? Okay, I will. Done. I have to be careful there because I think I started off with bear trim. We can't trim any of the bears. Came home Monday, went to the hospital here to get a boot and was told part of the bone is missing. What? So they remember that holiday anyway, definitely. Yes. Post-it notes everywhere. Hence a big block of the bastards. But most of them, to be honest, IT help desk. Yeah, don't lose that, I actually need that. Loads of them are just 5-bar gates for what I've been doing in work. Which then get chucked into the recycling. I've also bought something with the background. For the background. I couldn't get any darker ones. I wanted things that look a little bit more wooden. So they're going to go on the back to make it look a bit more sort of in keeping. And it'll be easier then to just pin. These are only very thin, but they're made out like a styrofoamy thing. I'll be able to pin the flags to them rather than having to use blue tack. Which could hopefully make things a little bit neater as well. Bit more neat, bit more tidy. Connor, how you doing, bud? How's things? If they work, I'll get bigger ones or slightly more expensive ones, but just it's in our wardrobe. I don't want to cock it up much more, but you know. Yeah, they're only small. Just to see how they go. They come all the way from China, so, you know. As my poem earlier would tell you. Because they are only small. I don't mind small things. The good thing is, if the shite, they get ripped off, thrown in the bin, and it's no big deal. Whereas if it looks okay and works okay, I could do the rest of that. I could do the whole of that. I mean, that I think might get away with. Might be. I've got 10 of them, so it might be enough just to do this wardrobe. How far up? Yeah. We'll give it a go. See what it looks like. We can only try these things. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now, as we know with this stream, we've tried plenty of things. Some things have stuck, some things haven't. Can we have your dogging name and style of music? This is... Kirsty's done a stream where we looked into dogging, the origins of it, the rules and regulations, and apparently everyone who goes dogging should have a nickname, a dogging nickname. Don't use their own. So everyone's got their own on here. Kirsty's been making music, dogging music. All the small things. Where are they designed to go, Mandy? They are designed to go anywhere. Literally anywhere. It's a plasticky styrofoamy thing. That on the back peels off completely. And then it just sticks up. I did want to start getting rolls that would affect wallpapery stuff until I checked whether or not these things worked. And if they do, I'd still need to cover or fit in those little plasticky windows. There's a recess, so I'd have to fill them in anyway, so if all else fails I'll be able to use them, I think. So yeah, but we'll have a look. If it looks shite, it looks shite. That's why I haven't done it so far, because it'll give me till Sunday if it's shite to get rid of them all. Angie, how you doing? How's things? Wonder if they're floor tiles. No, they're too thin to be floor tiles. They are very, very light. Not even styrofoam. I don't know, thin plasticky. But it's just to cover up the white. There's so much white going on in the background, but I know it takes colour quite well. But that just looks a bit higgledy-piggledy, doesn't it? It's a great phrase, that, higgledy-piggledy. If I can get all that stuck up in it and pin them in a bit neater, that'll look sound, know what I mean, Arkad? Yeah. Ali, the little ginger fox. Ooh, horizontal or vertical? Vertical. Vertical. Because each door is about 1.5 of these. So, ish. So it goes to there, and then actually it's a little bit less than 1.5 each. So I'll be able to cut down the line. Oh, you fucker. So little lines, just cut all the way down, and then it'll hopefully cover the top nicely. And you're going to get to work on the Bears Paw sign. No worries. Yeah, don't worry about it at all. Double Bushmills and a Diet Coke. Connor will be Robin Hood for his dogging name. There you go. Fantastic. Now we have another one. Kirsty, you can get working on it. What style of music would you like? Ow, ow, ow. My knee is killing me. Kirsty jotting it down. I like this now. Always a pen and paper to hand. Because when things happen, things happen. Pen and post-its, pen and paper. Always something to hand. Saf, what did you miss? Not much. Not much, man. Yep, take from the rich and give to the poor. That's what we like. That's what we like. Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood. South Africa lost today, yep. But you know, it's not the group matches that really matter. Get through them and get to the final, and win the final. That's all that matters. You'll get there. George Michael there. Gotta have faith to. Burp, burp. Men in Tights. Wonder why you like that one, actually. That is a great film, that, isn't it? Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Can't beat a bit of Mel Brooks. Speaking of which, on anyone who's got Netflix, there's Gene Wilder documentary, which Mel Brooks is a part of, but it's fantastic. Love Gene Wilder. What a man. The world needs more Gene Wilder. Right, who's working next? Who's up behind the bar next? We just had a very quiet Piggly Ding in the background. Who's next? Behind bar. Angie. There you go, and we'll start the Piggly Ding for the next one. Ali's happy that South Africa lost to Ireland. She would be. She's Irish. In the same way you'd be happy if South Africa won. But we're still friends at the end of the day. Piggly Ding was very quiet, it was. Exceptionally quiet. Plus I'm also using a dynamic microphone, which is directional. Which means hopefully all you'll hear normally is my voice, with the occasional bit of Scouse wood pigeon in the background, because that's coming from that side. Coffee, tea or me? Don't be shy. South Africa are losing to New Zealand. Are all the rugby nations there? Piggly Ding needs its own mic. No, what it actually needs is to be on the system, and that was something I meant to look at earlier on, and then something else happened. There's got to be a way to press the timer on that. There is a way of getting the timer on that to go on the screen. I'm not sure if it can then also be Piggly Dinged at the same time, but I'll find out. I'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Or more likely, where there's a will, there's a grabbing bastard from your family. Tea and Jaffa cakes. There you go. Some Jaffa cakes. Some original Sin ones, blood orange flavoured. They're devilishly good. Tomasz, good evening from platform A of Lime Street's Wirral line. That's the ones with the green signs all around the side, the little green signs. Are you heading homeward, back to the oblong? Do you have any New Zealand fans? We don't, I don't think so anyway. Mandy wants one of your surprise cocktails. Ali's up to Ali 4 at the moment. Oh, so you're joining the females in the tub. Piggly Ding sounds like something going out in the car parking lot. Did you not ever hear about Piggly Ding, Angie? I've got a timer. So when someone goes behind the bar now, to make sure that I don't miss out, I've got a timer, and we get to the end. It used to go diddly dee or diddly dee, when in my head I said one day it went piggly ding, and now piggly ding has got a mind of its own. See if I can find him. I wonder. Where is he? Where? He's here somewhere, isn't he? There you go. There's Piggly Ding. It probably didn't even go anything like Piggly Ding. It might just gone diddly dee. Just in my head, I heard Piggly Ding. And then I said it that often that it's now become Piggly Ding, to the point where I now shout Piggly Ding next. You'll hear it soon. 25 minutes and 54 seconds. You will hear it. Hang on, where are we? Oh man. There's a few things going on in this. This is London Road in Liverpool. Clues on the box, bruv. But also underneath, John E. Monk, formal hire, which is almost Mark E. Smith. Well, formal hire. There you go. Clues on the box, bruv. Jaffa cakes. You see, it doesn't even say Jaffa, does it? They've cut off the E. That could actually say Jaffa cakes. Your formal hire is totally wild. Marvellous stuff. And you've got a cousin in New Zealand. She's probably a supporter though. She is Welsh. What are the Welsh doing in New Zealand? Or is this some kind of lamb wars that we're up against? Our lamb's better than your lamb. Welsh lamb is much nicer, by the way, because it's thoroughly tenderised beforehand by lonely men on cliffs. Made you a special cocktail for Mandy in a large pineapple glass with an umbrella. Mandy, you're getting buffering. Shouldn't be. Haven't dropped any frames. Yeah, diddling is slightly different. It being piggly diddled is slightly different. That could also be a drumming pattern, couldn't it? Doing your piggly diddles. Train there. Yep, no worries, Thomas. Catch you later. Tommy Tawar. What time is the match tomorrow? Do we know? Rapper P. Diddy changed his name to P. Diddler. There's a few things going wrong with that, isn't there? Obviously, you can't. Puff Daddy. Puff, of course, was meant a gay man over here, so that was strange to begin with, and then all the P. Diddy and P. Diddleys and what have you. Very odd. He's a very, very strange person anyway, isn't he? We're doing South Africa versus Japan tomorrow. I'm not, mate. Is that in the rugby union? Not my game, that, I'm afraid. Wigan against Warrington on Friday. On the other hand, I might do. Rugby league. I'm a northern lad. Us northerners love gravy. Not to stereotype, she married a New Zealand sheep shearer. Yeah. Hey mate, are you shearing that sheep? No, fuck off and go eat your own. Loads of jokes like that, isn't it? This little piggy diddler went to market. It's on at 3:30, is it? Oh, I can't be doing that. I'll be working at that point. I work until 7 o'clock anyway. Saf, you have to call it an early night. Nobody's another day refraining from strangling entitled little shites. Is that work, or are you having a go at Ali? Is that what that is? I'm only joking, Ali. You're not entitled at all, you little shite. Yeah, I very, very almost read that as sheep shagger as well. It must be ingrained in us, that, mustn't it? Ah. Experts in sheep. Brothers in arms. Brothers in arms, yeah. Ciao, ciao, be safe and be good. And if you can't be good, be quick. Little bit of both. What else is on tomorrow then? Like I say, I can't do them because I'm working. And not only am I working, I'm actually working. Know what I mean, bruv? Working with headsets on. Have I shown you my headset yet? Don't think I have I? There you go, there you go. There you go. My headset. So I can do a full-on H from Steps tragedy. That's my work headset. Casper, how you doing? If it's on at 3:30 and you remember, you will. Fair dues. Yep, Saf, get some rest. Hopefully be good tomorrow. Yes, you are a little shite, but far from entitled. We know. Not remotely entitled. Relaxed, chilled, a decent little shite. You are a little shite, aren't you, Ali? There's a gang of New Zealand sheep shearers who come over to Wales every season. That's how they met. Fucking hell. Imagine telling the grandkids, how did you and Grandad die? Grandad die meet. Our eyes met across a crowded sheep. What? Anyone else need a drink? At the moment, Angie, yes. Fucking sheep shearing. Loving the time of... I don't even know where to go with this. I have to be careful, I suppose, don't I? That's how they met. Isn't that lovely, though? In terms of stories, it's a weird one, but it's probably... I wouldn't say unique. I would have thought there'd be plenty of that going on, but it's not your average, is it? Did you swipe right? Did you swipe left? No. I handed him his shearers, and next thing you know, we were married. Ali is our ginger fox. She is. We've got jello shooters doing body shots at the bar in 5 minutes. A way better body shots. Like a wee bit of rock. Why do you keep reading shearers as shaggers? And why did I read reading as rearing? It's in your mind, Kirsty, that's what it is. And also because we're talking about New Zealand and Wales, who are fairly famous or infamous for having that particular pastime going on. As they say in Wales, women are alright, but they're not like the real thing, are they? Yeah, take him to the edge of a cliff and he pushed back harder. So said Billy Connolly. And he seems to know these things. Saw a video on Reddit today of an interviewed girl from some local American TV station. Oh yeah, the girl's name was Peace as Shit, which seems so cruel. And it was seen that, yeah, it is, isn't it? They call kids the same kind of things, don't they? Peace, mercy, and all that kind of stuff. If your name's a shit, don't call them peace. Or if you're a lad, don't call him Ivan. Ivan a shit. Aye, not like the real thing. Alright for practice. These shepherds get very lonely on the hills during the winter. They've got to warm up some way, haven't they? What the hell is that? Oh, it is proper pissing down now. Nice. Hopefully that'll take the temperature down a bit as well. It needs it. It's too feckin' warm. Laughter is the best medicine. It is, unless you've got, I don't know, leprosy or something. Sometimes, you know, a bit of natural yogurt can also be the best medicine as well at times. If you know, you know. If it's burning, lash it in natural yogurt, you'll be alright. Very bad. Okay, got another question jotted down. Practice does make perfect. Have you got a pencil, Andy? I haven't. Stopped calling me Andy. You've got your blankety blank checkbook and pen sorted. That was to me. I got the pen. I got the remedy. I got the pulsing and rhythmical remedy. I also got the book. That's the book onto which a poem was written earlier on today. That's the poem from earlier. I sat at my desk and wrote it. And the Polish woman in the black car did arrive, and she brought ting and ting, man. And also the 3-meter cable. When I said that earlier on, I wasn't even joking. And also, manufacturer Shenyang. So all the stuff that was in the poem is actually 100% right. Apart from the fact that the foamy things are the right size. And they're also not scratched. Just thinking you haven't got enough squares, turn around and we'll tell you where to put the top of the squares. It's alright, Mandy. I know exactly where to put the top of the squares. You see, the thing about a wardrobe is it's also got, the doors have got tops on them. And the doors are slightly recessed, so the tops, where you put things, your suitcase and that on the top, that comes out slightly. So I just need to butt them up against it. I have this in hand. Love the Polish woman in the black car. It is genuine as well. I think she is Polish. She might be Lithuanian, as for all I know. She's Eastern European-ish. and she's in a black car, and every time she goes past, she always waves. So it's really nice. 3 metre cable, oi oi. Better get you a bullwhip. I don't like it, Jeff. I don't like it. Why don't you like it, Jeff? Too high.
It's going up. It's going.
No, it's me. Not having that. It's not too high because this camera can also be lifted up slightly, so we could have all kinds of stuff up there. We could have hidden flags up there for all you know. There could be hidden flags. I might even do that. I might put hidden flags up there and then occasionally let you in on a secret. Jeff needs to loosen up. Jeff's evil. Jeff is an evil blue bastard. We don't like Jeff. But we can't say too much because he'll make things really bad for the stream. Jeff has ruined streams before, hasn't he? In fact, there is Jeff merch available. See if we can placate him. People will look, Jeff. People will look. There's also Kippers and Horace. So fucking calm down. There's no algorithm merch yet. Should there be? Should there be 8 Mile Radius merch? I think 8 Mile Radius eventually would make a really good band t-shirt. Jeff doesn't like it. He loves it. He does. He also doesn't like cricket. Oh no. You're getting your dogging bag next month. Good stuff, good stuff. Apparently our Jinxie has got one. So we'll have to see how it looks. How's the exercising going? Well, I've hit my target for, what did I say earlier on? So 20 odd, 18 days is it? 18 days I think. I've hit my target. Which is nice. So yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely. And I'm trying to do bits and pieces. I've tried to do a bit more exercising with my arm, but my shoulder is hurting so bad the last few days. I don't know why. I haven't done anything. Apart from carrying, which I do all the time when I go to the shop round the corner, which I have to stop mentioning, aren't I? Because apparently I'm starting to get a thing about it. Every little helps. I do try and put it in my left hand and just cup it underneath so that the weight is in my left hand and try and use that a bit more. Use my basket. And there's a new season of Call of Duty with some updated maps. So I'm going to have to make sure I push myself to do a bit of that as well. It can't all be just walking. I've been warned about that. The doctor said too much walking's not good for me. I have to stay in the house and game on my PlayStation. Genuinely. You're taking the bag to Italy with you. Oh, fantastic. Pictures. There needs to be pictures. In fact, if you can see a decent picture of you in the bag, I will put you on the website. You can be a model. How's that? It doesn't have to be a picture of you holding it or your head or something, or holding it in front of you going, look at me, look at me. You can just be over your shoulder, wandering around Italy. Yeah, pictures of the bag in different places in Italy. They will go on the website. They will go on the website without a shadow of a doubt. In fact, if anyone's got any of the merch and you want to take pictures and put if they are good enough, obviously. If they're good enough. I'm not having anything outside fucking Anfield for a start. But yeah. I've got to take a picture of me in the Horace Sugar Skull t-shirt, which I need to do my ironing steamy thing on first. I need to get a picture of me in that outside in the sunshine before it starts getting awful. Although I suppose I could take pictures of it in the rain as well, couldn't I? Because that's what us Brits normally wear your clothes in, is the fucking rain. The rain and the clag. was funny that the other day I was watching Henry Turner, who's a photographer from up north. I think he lives in the Lake District. And he was out and about in the Lake District trying to take some photos, and he got halfway up a mountain and it was looking really nice, and then a bit like another couple of 100 yards up the mountain it was completely and utterly fog bound. And he said, oh, I've got my camera with me but it's too claggy, it's really claggy. And every time I heard him say it, pissing myself. I could put the t-shirt on Kippers. I could do, apart from the fact that I'm a double XL and Kippers ain't. Kippers I don't even think so small, but I am a large loaf. I need to get one of these as well, don't I? One of my own ones. This is the Everton version. If you have a look, you can see the Prince Rupert's Tower from the Everton badges on there. But I did my own, didn't I? Unknown Pennines. I need to get a sample of that for myself, I think, because it's a really good looking shirt. Good looking t-shirt. Right, anyone want me to drink? We've got 5 minutes until Angie goes piggly dink. A Coke, no ice, for our Ali. Naturellement, as they say in Japan. Connor, what you doing for a living, lad? What you do at the coalface? Bulldog clips around the back. That's how the models do it. I do have bulldog clips, don't I? These though, these are Metal Frog. When I was bored and we were in lockdown and we were having meetings, Zoom meetings all the time, I'd be sitting there making up adventures. The furthering adventures of Metal Frog. The one I've got is a small one and it's green. So for me it looked like a little green frog. And if you look at his eyes, that little face and the mouth, that's it. Look at that, man, that's a frog. Tell me that ain't no frog, bruv. And his legs. But yeah, I do have bulldog clips. Casper, do I ever exercise in water? I don't. Saw a program at Aqua Jogging today. Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a treadmill submerged. It's something that a lot of sportsmen do. But it's an absolute ball ache having to get to... There is a place called Splash World in Southport. But it's not the easiest place to get into, get in and swim and get back out and what have you. So for me at the moment, nah. I'll carry on walking on the street. I'll jump on the treadmill. I might have to go and get my knee seen too though, because it is getting worse. Very sore. Yes, Kirsty, Mandy, it is. It is a frog. Definitely a frog. I had an entire thing on Twitter, a thread about all these stupid, whatever I could find as I was sat at my desk. And it got to the point where people had real investment into the story of Metal Frog. So if you go on Twitter and put in hashtag Metal Frog, you should find loads of my little stupid, cartoony, dickhead stuff on there. But aqua jogging, possibly, it's something to look forward to in the future. Ginger Fox and Kirsty, 2 Cokes, no ice, 1 each. Your granddad had to retrain after he got partially paralysed and he did tons of training in the pool. I was going to say it's low impact, it's no impact training, so it's really good. Very handy for you. With a professional, of course. Partying in the house and dancing, lovely jubbly. I could do my exercising in the hot tub. I could. It would need to be a big hot tub though. I think we need to have an extension on the one in the pause. Because I'm a large chap. A smidge under 6'2", my fucking baboon's ass. Not that it's eating away at me. In half width. Yeah, good man, Connor. Enjoy. Oh, we've got a minute until Piggly Ding. For those who haven't heard it before, I will point towards the speaker so you can hear it. Making a special cocktail for your Mandy girl. Kirsty, when you're off to Italy, when's the date? Oh, hang on. End of October, beginning of November. Very nice. The Doggin Tower of Pisa. We look forward to it. Plenty of pictures. We need to live vicariously. Oh, hang on, here we go. Piggly Ding, next! Piggly Ding, next. There you go. There's no getting away from that. Who's next behind the bar? Who fancies a shift? 29th of October till the 4th of November. Remember. Although what's the day after, I know. North, mid or south? Top, middle or bottom? Which will go down a bit better with the English, I think. Or the Brits, rather. You'll be doing a live as well. You should do. Everywhere you go to in the world, do a live, man. That's the goat Piggly Ding, isn't it? Jinx in the area. How you doing? Jinx. How was Fat Club? Mandy, you are next. As soon as the next Piggly Ding happens, yep, you are next in line. Southern Italy, that's where you're going. Ooh, mafia country, Southern Italy. Watch out, be careful. They'll be making you offers you can't refuse. If you come back in a velour tracksuit, we'll have to make sure that we give you a wide berth. Bouncing around Camden calling people a fucking mook. What am I, some kind of fucking mook? Fat Club, all good. All good in the hood, blood. Lewis McClaggy. I've just been saying Jackie. I was watching Henry Turner, the photographer, who's from the Lake District, and he was bouncing up and down the mountains in the Lake District, and he couldn't take any pictures because there was too much fog, and he said it was really claggy. It's really claggy, and every time he mentioned it, I thought of you. Isn't that wonderful? Wherever Venice is, because that's where you're going. Is Venice, I don't know, would you class that as southern, central? It's probably southerny, isn't it? South central. If you do, go and have a look at the Venice Marathon Hall of Fame. Jesus won every single one of them. No one else even come close. Because Jesus could walk on water. Fair enough. Venice is North Italy. Northeast, is it? Where am I thinking of? I'm thinking in football terms. I know Milan is north, isn't it? Naples is south. Turin north as well, isn't it? Where am I thinking of if it's not Venice? Middle. I'll have to find this out now. It's going to piss me off. I'll tell you where I was thinking of when I see it. Rome is sort of central, isn't it? Rome. That's what I was thinking of. Obviously, fucking Rome. Yes, Venice is north, east. Further north than Bologna. My grandmother's from Italy. Do you know her? Of course I know her. She's my fucking grandmother. Where are we? Ali, you like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift? Jinxie, you like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift? Oh, man. This is evil. Naples is close to mid-Italy. Napoli. They class it as the south, don't they? Although it's not as far south as many would think. But it's, every time they play Milan, especially, or Juve, north versus south. Because the southern sort of half of Italy is seen as being impoverished. And the northern half is supposed to be like Florence, Venice, Milan, all places like that, all high class, highfalutin. They have a go with them. Especially if they're singing Coldplay songs. This is just turned into a fucking wind me up stream, isn't it? Shower of bastards. If it came down to it, you'd see Ed quicker than Taylor. It all depends on what it was you were seeing happen to them, for me. Kirsty, you couldn't pay yet to see either of them. Good. Rewind. When the crowd sing both. Selecta. Connie, you like Coldplay? Kirsty, you don't. Yeah. I'll put this out there right now. I don't like Coldplay, Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift. The jukebox, there's a proper rule on the jukebox. No fucking cold fucking play and no fucking Ed fucking Sheeran. Okay? That's the rules. You abide by the rules at all time. If I see them appearing in that corner, shit gon' go biblicals. Know what I'm saying? It's not just the music of Coldplay I don't like. It's Chris Martin and everything he stands for. His entire organisation. And them stupid fucking T-shirts with the twatty little... Oh, get a proper T-shirt on, you absolute robo-blurt. With his dolphin-friendly fucking porridge of a morning. Shove your chia seeds up your arse. Depending on how much you're paying, you could wear earplugs. I still wouldn't. Because even wearing earplugs, you could be seen in the video of the live concert at one of their gigs. At which point, none of my mates would talk to me. Mandy, you don't like Mondays? Tell me why. Each to their own, absolutely. But, no, sorry. There has to be rules. There has to be rules. If there wasn't rules, where would we be? France, as Al Murray says. Can't forgive Coldplay. Can't forgive them, sorry. They've got a photocopier and they keep photocopying the same bland stuff over and over again. Not having it, mate, not having it. Zero tolerance policy. And Taylor Swift also needs to sort some shit out as well. I seen on Twitter earlier on, or X, whatever the fucking hell, load of shite. A thingy, what do you call it? A hyperlapse, time lapse of everywhere she went in her private jets over the last year, and it is ridiculous. Using private jets to go half an hour up the road in a car. It could take you half an hour to get somewhere in the car. She's going by private jet, and yet we can't have plastic straws because, you know, the environment. Jinxie, you're very claggy tonight, are you? Bit of a sweaty Betty going on. Did you work hard? Did you? Did you put the effort in? Do you do that? Do you exercise at Fat Club at all, or is it just go in and get weighed and moan about food? I don't know, I've never been to one. Yeah, she uses her airplane so much she's got the CO2 footprint of a small country. So the same time lapse, isn't it ridiculous? I mean, literally, the US is there. I can understand if you're going to Europe or even South America, if you're playing a gig, Rock in Rio or something, I understand that. Fly down there, fly back sound. But just dink, 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 little, just stupid. And we had the same with the Tory party. Prime Minister and his lackeys are all flying off to places. You know, why are you doing that? Why have the 5 of you in a 747 going to France? Just get on the bleeding train. Bastards. France has baguette vending machines. Can you earn a good crust in that business? You'd have to stick to it though, wouldn't you? Weigh in and moan about food. Yep. Makes sense, makes sense. It's not an actual go in there and work hard and sweat it off. Which begs the question, why the hell are you so claggy afterwards? What have you been up to? Have you been in the car park afterwards, have you? Surrounded by the Northern Ireland police. What are they called now? The Nipsies or something. And you saw a reel for a Greg's vendor machine. Definitely Newcastle. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be Newcastle. Couldn't be anywhere else on earth. Never mind the Japanese. Yeah. Japanese are what? Teen girls underpants vendor machines. They were never going to be the first to have sausage roll. It was always going to be Newcastle. Japan's weird with stuff like that though, aren't they? With the teen girl thing and the underwear. It's all a little bit not good. It is true, yeah. You're going to Google that tomorrow in live. Be very, very careful Googling that tomorrow in live. Didn't believe it was real, so you Googled it, and it's true. It is. It is indeed. Manchester United all the way. Nah, not my scene then, mate, I'm afraid. Yes, they are indeed. Well said. Yeah, what are you Googling tomorrow? Is it Greg's in Newcastle or Alan Wickers in Japan? Either way, you have to be careful. Like I said though the other week, it's a bit strange, Newcastle, for stuff like that. They've got Greg's on every corner. There's a 24 hours Greg's. There's Greg's with doorman on. So there's no fighting in there at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, it just is mad. The wheel's gone mad. It's the only reason you want to go to France is to go and film yourself getting a baguette out of a vending machine. You'd need to, wouldn't you? You'd have to. Hadwig, goedenavond. Heb je een goede dag gehad? Just wait and see, just wait and see. Be careful. You've been to Disneyland Paris? Anyone? 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 From the sublime to the ridiculous. Magic Roundabout to the Thompson Twins. Superb. I've still got that 12-inch single here somewhere. It's very weird. It is, but it's good. I like weird. Weird works for me. It's more interesting. Just got home from mantrailing class. Lovely stuff. Did you get covered in mud? Never seen them, then again you wasn't looking for them. What they do have is like, it's called a waffle factory, like a cafe. Very nice. Belgium will be like that as well. Connie, you've been to Disneyland Paris? Very nice. How's the brood? Eat Steph. Doing okay. Summer's finally there. Bloody hell. Finally. Just in time for autumn to kick in. You've never been to France or the USA? No Disney. I went when I was 7 and then went back when I was 15 to Disneyland. The original one in LA. Well, is it Orange? Orange County, I think. Yeah, wherever it fucking was in LA, in Los Angeles. And it was better when I was 15 than when I was 7. Much better. You got a chocolate waffle. You get all kinds of ones with meat. What? Tomash. Driving home and listening in. Still giggling at my Polo Mint tweet. Was I busy on there today? I didn't do enough on there, I don't think. But I was right, wasn't I? The horse ride, the dressage. Have you seen that the woman, the Brit, has been banned because she's been naughty to horses? So it doesn't excuse her behaviour, but how do you think these horses are taught to do dressage? They're not bribed into doing it, they are whacked everywhere. So everyone who does dressage will be smashing the shit out of their horses. Just saying. No mud, you went to an industrial area today. Very nice. Got stopped by security when you hid in the bushes. It sounds like the Bears Paws car park, that really, doesn't it? Hiding in the bushes. The Efteling is nice. You should go to the Efteling instead. Much better. Plus, it's got Dutch people there rather than the French. Were you hiding from the doggers? Are you hiding for one of the other doggers to find you? Dogs to find you, sorry. Take turns being the runner. Alright. Got a theme park called Bonbon Land and has rides with animals farting and peeing and vomiting and flashing. What? Evil witch, you wouldn't watch the video. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it either, but like I said in my tweet, these horses that are doing dressage, they are not bribed into doing it. They'll be smacked everywhere until they do it, until they get it right. So I don't think it's the most ethical of sports, really, is it, by the look of it? I don't think. Naughty as in uer. A Fanta and Porringles. There you go, some Porringles. Dressage is basically warhorse training. It is, but horses doing breakdancing and things, you know, it's weird, dancing away. And the only way, if anyone can tell me how you can train an animal into doing something without giving it a bit of a backhander or something, you let me know. I don't think you can. I think all these animals who are trained to do things are treated really badly. It's the way I look at it anyway. We should boycott the dressage, or alternatively, they've gone through that much hassle to get there in the first point. We should be there for them. We should watch it and then be on the horse's side and hope that the horse kicks the rider off and volleys shite out of them. Kirsty's doing slidey rights. Yeah, it's definitely not just the Japanese that know how to be weird. It's everywhere. Some horses dance by choice, actually. Now, they run. All the people that say that horse racing is evil, you watch wild horses, they run just for the enjoyment of running. To be fair, they're not really jumping over massive, massive fences the way they are in the Grand National. But they do have a sprint around. Treats, I don't think you can. I don't think you can treat them enough to get them to do what you want. I reckon most of those animals will have been really, really badly treated. The same with the dolphins in SeaWorld and things like that. You can with dogs. I don't think you can with dogs either. I don't think you can train them to do anything apart from, if there's enough food, they might be less of a lunatic than normal. Or is that just my experience with dogs? Sit there. No, not here. There. Yes, I know you can smell the food in my hand. Go and stand over there. No, not here. There. After a while, just have the food and fuck off and leave me alone. No, not here. There. No, come on over here. No, come on over here now. No. The dog's just going back and forward as it wants. Dogs are dogs. The boss. Every animal responds better to treats than threats. I would hope so, but I still worry that all these animals are treated badly. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right to me. Do you think you trained your dogs with treats? That's because your voice is enough. That's enough of a crop around the head. Just hearing you talk is bad enough. If I do as I'm told, maybe she'll shut up. That's what it is, isn't it? Mandy, your mate taught her cat to high five with treats. We'll have to go and see her on stage. If they find the runner, they get sausage. This is definitely dogging. Never mind dogs. This is dogging by the sound of it. A time you grew up and had a circus that lived there when they didn't tour the country. They haven't had horses or other animals in the show for a good 15 years now, luckily. Yeah, circus animals always got treated exceptionally badly. You don't need to have... There's enough going on in circuses that you don't need to have animals. If you watch Cirque du Soleil and things like that, you don't need animals. Let them live in peace and quiet. Although circuses did tell me one thing, that lions may be the king of the jungle, but they are shit scared of chairs. Who'd have thunk it? Yep. Kirsty's got the autocorrect on Dutch by the look of it. Although you are talking about Zwickau there as well, aren't you? Which is very, very German. Most animals are banned from the circus. They should be. Shouldn't be utilising animals for our own sort of entertainment. You don't need to. If you've got a dog or a cat, dogs especially, you can get all the entertainment you ever need out of a dog. Just by sitting there and talking to him or taking him out for a walk. Don't need anything else. We all live in a yellow submarine. We do, Ali, we do. They've got no suitable living space in a circus. Absolutely not. Especially travelling circuses where everything's got to be packed away into really small trucks and what have you. You had a big ginger boy, Cat. You had to put Cat in there, yeah? He would do that of his own accord. And he joined in singing at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure they are working on banning all circus animals like they should. Anyone who takes part in a circus should be able to sign their own name. Some countries don't want to ban them. Yeah, some places are a bit weird that way, aren't they? That's why you've still got bear baiting and fox hunting and things. Animals, man, they're animals. Be nice to them. Non-domesticated animals is already illegal in circus for years. Yeah, the non-EU are a bit weird about stuff like that. Sometimes you look at small dogs and think there's a wolf's soul trapped in that sad little thing. Every dog, no matter how big or small it is, has the heart and soul of a wolf. Sometimes the balls of a chimp. Yeah, illegal in the EU for sure. As it should be. But then we've got stuff like fox hunting is illegal over here. And yet you've got people going out every couple of weeks, every couple of weekends and ripping foxes apart with horses and a pack of dogs in tow. It's what we do apparently. But it's illegal. Yeah, but there's the High Commissioner behind us. There's the Chief of Police. Do you want to tell them it's illegal? Yes, I'd like to. Stop being horrible to animals. And your Trudy girl is a wolf on the inside. They all are. Jinxie, you've got two Shih Tzu. You know what a Shih Tzu is, don't you? One without any animals. I'm here all week. Zoos for land animals can be okay when the living space is suitable. At least to get food and healthcare and no predators. It's got to be the space. And it's got to be done for the right reasons as well. When you go somewhere and you see animals that are huge in little tiny areas swinging their heads back and forward. Furry animals with the fur mist and bald patches on them. It's like, you know, this isn't right. Look after them. You have to in breeding programs in the wild, they die often young and slowly. If you are looking at them to keep the species going, that's completely different. But just getting animals into a holding pen for people to look at, it's stupid, isn't it? Heading off in a few minutes because you're looking after a cat. You also have to give some foxes mange treatment. Very nice. Trudy is a Chihuahua mix. The mix is in the wolf. Part wolf, part Chihuahua. Very nice. Yeah, which one was the mum and which one was the dad? Very, very important to find out which is which. If you didn't have two cats, that cat would be there with you. Oh man. What if you give against the mange? Mange. How do you pronounce that? I always get it wrong. The mange in it, yeah. The hunters shoot in excess of 140,000 deer a year. Took a hunting license at 16 because it was something to do. He never used it, nor will ever. Don't like it at all. There's hunters in the UK as well for the deer because they have to be kept down, otherwise they would literally just eat everything. There'd be no trees left, be nothing, just eat all the little sprouting trees and what have you. I know on Clarkson's farm he was talking about it, and he had to try and shoot one. He couldn't bring himself to do it, but they have to be done, otherwise they breed too much. Don't think I could do it either, to be honest. But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Just do it humanely. Don't be chasing after them on horseback with 37 of your rich mates with you. You know what I mean? Knobheads. Did he breed the deer just to kill them? No. Well, I don't know what it's like over there, but a lot of the deer are wild up in Scotland, and they've eaten so much that huge tracts of Scotland should be forest, and they're not. And they can't re-wild the place, because whenever they do, deer just eat everything. It's not good. So over here, at least, if you want to go and shoot, you can pay probably a good amount of money to the landowners to go and shoot them. It has to be done anyway, and the money tends to go back into looking after the area. I don't like the idea of shooting something for fun. I don't get that. Especially people going to Africa to shoot all these wonderful, gorgeous animals. Why would you do that? Bellends. Normally fat doctors, isn't it? Fat doctors from the US. The only power they ever have in their life is behind a rifle, behind a sight. Because we only done skeet and clay pigeon shooting. The clay pigeons lay hard-boiled eggs. So they do. They breed red deer for that. Man. I saw 2 tablets. One now, the second one in a week. Fallow deer and reindeer. I did not know that. Are they just bred to be shot? Do you have to pay anything to shoot them? Does the money then go back into the ecosystem? So I still wouldn't be happy with that, but if that's what's happening, I don't know. Do you have one problem to solve another problem? I don't know. It's just all a bit weird to me. I couldn't quite happily pick up a rifle, look through the sight and kill.
Piggly ding. Next.
Piggly ding. Ignore that. Buttons were pressed. That's Jeff getting his own back. Couldn't breed worse than rabbits. Yes, rabbits seem to like it, don't they? A little bit of it. Power trip, that's all it is, isn't it? The only way you can feel manly is by pinging someone's fucking head off. How's Jess? Jess. She was whinging earlier on. The kids that she looks after in the nursery, a lot of them are moving on now to reception in school. So it's quite emotional for all the people that work there. Some of these kids have been there since they were a few months old and have been there for 4 years. So the staff have known them all their life. Jess has known them for the last year or so. It's mad. You see them all getting upset over it. Understandable. You spend that much time with people. Right, they found a solution to protect the saplings and it seems to be working. Oh, I hope so. Scotland needs to be rewilded. There needs to be a lot more trees up there. It's better for the place. Better for the soil. You don't get as much rain runoff. You won't have earth shiftings and what have you. Wrong button, very much the wrong button. Used to buy wilderness fleece from the National Park Rangers, wild meat. At least the meat would be from animals that lived naturally for a while. The money would go back into the park. That I don't mind. If it's for a reason, if it's done to make things better on the whole in the long run, I don't mind that. But just charging someone thousands of dollars to go and shoot a giraffe or something, what's the fucking point in doing that? or shooting endangered animals are getting shot in parts of South Africa, not South Africa, Southern Africa rather. I don't get it. Rabbits are worse than the doggers. They go on and on and on. A cold bottle of chocolate Yoo-hoo. Get on us. Spritzer for the Klagmeister. Oh, you fancy one of Saf's favourite hot chocolate and marshmallows. You've got an island in the Wadden with wild rabbits here, it's just hers. When I was picking me mum and dad up on Sunday, we came home across the moss. Went the long way round and we saw a massive hare, huge thing, just up the road from us here. It jumped across the road, quite a bit ahead of us, so there was no issue about it getting run over or anything, but it was huge, proper biceps on it and all kinds. Looked hench, looked like it was built in the gym. And he's threatened by rabbit disease, myxomatosis. That's a really dangerous disease, that, isn't it? Let's have a marshmallow Olympics. See which one of you can catch the most marshmallows in your mouth. Can you live stream that, please? There are rumours that a lynx has been spotted in Limburg. Oh. That'll put the cat amongst the pigeons, literally. Is that a good or a bad thing? Is it good that there's wildlife like that in the area? It feels comfortable, or is it dangerous? Dangerous to local animals? Connor can throw the marshmallows. Ali, you just get on your knees and open your mouth. It'll be the first one in 150 years. Is that a sign that nature is healing? That the environment is right? Or is that literally just one stumbled upon the place by accident? Angie's grabbing 2 Yoo-hoos. She's a guzzler. Open wide. Yep. I think we'd all watch that. If we could open up a book on it as well. Is betting legal where you're from? It's not horse racing betting. It's betting on people catching marshmallows in their mouth. Come on. It's all just fun, man. Some forest trap cam took a picture of a wolf in a forest about 16 kilometres from Newcastle. I think it's good they've come back after not being here for 200 years. Lynxes aren't dangerous to eat rabbits and chickens. So it's not something that we have to worry about too much unless you've got rabbits and chickens that you need to keep safe. But I think it's probably... Is it good for the environment that these animals are coming back to where they should be to help protect what do you want to call it, the natural sort of rhythm of things. It's part of the reason why we've got so many deer in Scotland eating everything, is because there's no wolves there anymore. All the wolves were hunted out, and then once you take that out of the system, then something else just proliferates completely, takes over, and other animals start to suffer. Whereas if the wolves were in there, the same as Yellowstone Park, when the wolves went into Yellowstone, it changed everything about the park. It went back into equilibrium. Everything was back the way it was supposed to be. So hopefully, I don't know, lynxes and wolves being found around Northern Europe where they should be is good for the environment. It's good for the rhythm of nature. Yep, let's do it. It should be a sport. It should be. Right, they're afraid of people. Just stay away from the nest. Yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near the little babies because they will... I suppose they'll fight the corner, won't they? The mums, especially. They come back because they aren't shot anymore. suppose, yeah. For a lot of animals, if you're not being shot at, you feel a bit more comfortable. That's nice, though. Let the animals live. Without the animals, without the equilibrium, we could be in danger as well, us. It's a delicate seesaw. Too much stacked on one side, everything falls off. Keep it in balance, man. You'd rather watch marshmallow target practice than football? Mandy, don't be making me have to have a marshmallow on the screen or when you start talking tactics. Ah, bollocks, I forgot to put the cricket thing up as well, didn't I? Remind me to do that later. Did I actually even send it to myself? I haven't checked my emails. I normally send stuff to myself, but I've got rules set up. I put certain words, certain keywords into the title of an email, and it goes into a separate folder, so I know where everything's kept. I'm wondering, did I send something to myself? Yes, I did. I did. But we had two choices. So I'll find the other one, I'll send that through as well. And then if cricket comes up, we will have a choice of what to put up there. Clipped images, where are you? Just let me email this to myself. I might even put these up live now. You have to come up with uniforms. This could be interesting. People there are all screaming about the wolves that you have now. Last week a toddler was lightly bitten by a wolf when they came near the nest and a dog was stolen by the wolf. Again, like you say, stay away from nests, stay away from where the babies are. You could live in, you can live in harmony with them, just got to be careful. Very, very careful. Now they just closed off the estate where the wolves have their nest. Good, if you know where they are and you know where they want to be, give them a wide berth. Let them live, they'll let you live. Nice peace and harmony, it'd be great. It's alright, nobody is talking cricket. I'm going to start talking cricket now just to make sure I can actually put another thing up. Just shot a polar bear in Greenland yesterday as it came into a town. Apparently this year the sea ice has been bountiful, so it just strolled into town. Just turned up. It's bouncing down the road. It's happening, lads. It's happening. Can you see my nose now? Can you? Moronic daycare people taking a group of toddlers to a forest while they knew the dog was stolen there by the wolf a week before. What? If you knew something like that happened, do not be taking kids. In fact, don't be taking anybody anywhere near fucking wolves. If that's where the den is, with the babs, little bab wolves, little wolf cubs. Don't be going anywhere near them. Yawn, says Jinxie, you need bread from the shop. Should you be eating bread? It's not good for you. Exactly. They Kind of people that walk through a group of lions and surprised to get eaten. Well, nobody told me. Apart from the fact that, common sense. How was I supposed to know? The fucking lions! The polar bear needed bread. Yes, those seal butties. They don't last long. Marshmallow Olympic categories. Toss into mouth. Maybe not. If you ask nicely, you might be allowed to. Marshmallow skewers. Yawn for the cricket. Oh, I do apologise, but you see, I've got 1,000,001 things going on here. And I've got buttons that I keep pressing in the wrong order. And forgetting to press completely. Lights in my eyes. It's light. So is the lights. Why is cricket called cricket? I do believe it might come from croquet. The French game with the hoops, croquet. Might have a sort of a going back a while back. There might be a common ancestor to both games. I'm sure, if I remember rightly, that's where I've read that one. Lots of sports have a lot in common with French stuff. Did I start the Piggly Dinger? I didn't. I just started it about 5 minutes ago. I should have started it about 10 minutes ago. I apologise. Mandy, time you took over. Yes. I want to see you pressing fucking buttons. Come on. See how easy this is, this shizzle. Not as easy as you think. Coming up with piggly dings and stupid things and roundabouts and swings. Yeah, to the point where I've got 2 stream decks. 2 fucking stream decks. Harris Heller was going on about, do you need the XL? Probably not. You'd probably get away with one with only 6 buttons because that's all you'll ever use. I've got an XL with 32 and one with 15. I could still do with another 2 stream decks. This stream has just exploded out of all proportion, to be honest. Jinx said you couldn't do it, you can hardly use your phone. Man. It is quite difficult. Getting things right is difficult. Remembering where everything is difficult. Remembering to press piggly dings is definitely difficult. Yeah, it does make sense. There's a lot of stuff that goes back to French. I think I've mentioned this before. In tennis, the love, when they mean 0, comes from l'œuf, the egg. 0 is the shape of an egg when you write it down, apparently. Which is also why in cricket, when you go out for 0, you are out for a duck or out for a duck egg. So it goes back to the same thing. You'd get Jeff to press the buttons. Man, nobody gets Jeff to do anything apart from Jeff. And when he does, he sometimes gets them wrong. Like earlier on, when I just sat here and moved over looking at that particular area, he pressed the button without me looking. And that's why a mistake happened. Wasn't me, obviously. Wouldn't me. Faux shizzle. Faux shiznits. Drizzle faux shizzle on my whizzle. Kinky. But the old Scoopy dog, as Father Ted called him. It is funny though, it genuinely is funny. From starting off just over a year ago with Restream or StreamYard, whatever it was, just a camera, maybe a couple of lights and a microphone, and struggling my way through it to what I've got now, which is just if you've seen OBS and seen the amount of shite that's on there, it is fucking crazy. Started off with just a couple of scenes that I could swap between, you know. Now I've got loads. I've got an entire visual assets library, which is full of people's names and flags and serving and all the mad shit that jumps up on the screen. It has developed way beyond I thought was possible. But I was saying earlier on to our alley, I don't mind. I liked it. I've liked all the stuff that I've done over the years, or over the year and a bit, to get to this point. Loads of learning curves, finding out what works and what doesn't work, using different systems, and boss, I quite like it. They're not mistakes, they're fun mishaps. Exactly. It's definitely different, isn't it? Isn't it different though? When you go back and have a look at those early streams, it is nothing like this. Speaking of which, gutter stated, man, absolutely gutter stated. Angie,
It's going up, 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 it's there.
The hot coffee cash machine. Do you remember that from last year? Every time I went past the garage, the petrol station, the gas station, there was a sign outside telling you how much the petrol was, diesel was. Then it says at the bottom, hot coffee cash machine. So hot coffee cash machine to me was this mythical thing. Went past it the other day and they've got black and yellow caution tape stuck over the cash machine. They must have lost the cash machine. It's not there anymore. It's just hot coffee now. It's not the same. How can it not be hot coffee cash machine? This is not good enough. It's not good enough. And your sister and brother-in-law were both in Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa's movie Zach and Devon Go to School. What? Say what? I definitely look more relaxed these days. Thank you. I am relaxed. That's because I'm in such great company. I feel at home. He says, sitting in his own bedroom. Of course I feel at home, dickhead. Yeah, I am far more comfortable. There's nothing to be scared of. Prince Charming. No biggity, is it? I think I might have mentioned this previously as well. When I first started and it was just you lot, it was great. There wasn't an issue because I knew I could trust you. You'd be behind me all the way. If someone outside had have popped in to the stream, I would have shit myself and just went on it off. Laptop off, not doing this. Whereas now, if I'm down the beach doing one of the portrait streams and someone else jumps in, hiya, how you doing, where you from, how's things, how are you in yourself, you're okay. Far more relaxed. Helps. Hot tub time machine, it's like that. Every time I drove past though, it's there in front of you, it jumps out for me. Hot coffee cash machine, and now it's not there. Why they do this to me? People going past now won't realise that's where that legendary stream came from. Adamant. I like adamant. Ridicule is nothing to be scared of. That's very, very wise words from young Stuart Goddard. Yeah, you felt you needed to say it. Sometimes you do, don't you? The words need to roll off your tongue. And pretty soon you'll probably be singing Steve-O to the tune of Beako by Peter Gabriel. Oh, Steve-O, 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 Steve-O. All together now. Well, you already know what I think of you, says Jinxie to the entire chat. Is it we're evil? Is that what you're saying, is it? Is that what you're saying? Ah, Claggy there. Maybe you will watch it back. You never know. You never ever know. I'll change some of the settings on the GoPro, so hopefully next time I have to do any kind of run, I can record the whole thing, because obviously 45 minutes is not long enough, is it? Fuck me, that took ages doing that, you know. Not the driving, obviously. The driving took 45 minutes until the camera went off. But doing all the music that I had to do on that driving, which was all AI generated, 30 seconds at a time. Fucking hell. That's why I got to about 30 odd minutes and decided I'm going to go back to the start and start putting song 1 back in and song 2, whatever. If you didn't think we were all a decent bunch, you wouldn't be here. Exactly. Presence dictates that it's a good bunch of people, I think so anyway. Ali kind of wants his bevy lid. I like to challenge myself, I do. I like to challenge myself. But I find it interesting, like I say, learning things, learning how to use Canva to make thumbnails and to make stuff that you see on the screen, the not the artwork, but you know, the little stupid bits and pieces. Making videos in CapCut, making the songs in Udio or Suno. It's all that little bits and pieces. I love learning how to do stuff like that. And if I can then combine things, make a song, make a video, add them all together, I just buzzing off that. I did one of the Horace Haiku things where I went and just downloaded a shitload of video clips off Pexels and then zoomed them all together and made what I thought was a fairly decent music video out of it. And then I think that took me about an hour to do. I'd done the music already. It took me about an hour to sort the rest of it. And by the end of it, I was absolutely delighted. I learned how to do something else. So next time I need to do something, I know how to do it now. You know, my camera steadier thing, what happens if I want to film the sky? The gimbal, it depends on what I want to do with the sky. What I can do with it, because it's automated and it's a stand as well, I can point it as to where I want to take a picture of, and then I can just click OK and it either pans or stay where it is, depending on what it is I want to do with it. But it should be really straightforward, to be honest with you. I did it with the other week, didn't I? When it started getting dark and the clouds are coming in, so I did a hyperlapse right to left and the clouds are going left to right, so it looked pretty okay. Don't forget your right hand woman too. Yes, our Mandy really helps out, always. Providing lots of not just encouragement, but doing things like pour Ingles and things like that. It's always very welcomed. And again, if anyone else wants to do some stuff, send it through to me. I want this to be our pub, not my stream, eventually. It's not about me, it's about all of us. So if you want to see yourself up there, we've had Ali's trip to Paris, we've had Steve's handiwork with the pier that he did. It's nice being able to see stuff on there that's not just my face, obviously. So I quite like it. If you want to add anything, let me know. Just let me know, man. Bit of Orchard Thieves, go aheads. Gimbal, that is the word you were looking for. It's quite handy. Just for doing normal, taking pictures and things, because it stays completely steady, which is rather nice. I haven't really got round to making much proper video with it yet. I should take it with me, shouldn't I, when I go to Botanic Gardens especially. I'll do that. I shall do that. Hopefully this week. I'd like to get out this week. It's Wednesday. Oh, okay, now. But hopefully. And you know me anyway, I like having stuff like that. Microphones everywhere, lights everywhere, more cameras than I could ever use. I like me text shizzle. Yeah, if you want to be sticking around for a while, you have to get your name down for a shift. I can always add you. I can always add. Don't worry about that. We can do that. Do you want the Irish flag or the county flag behind you? No firm commitment as yet. There is a lovely group of folks. We always try and look after each other. And try and provide a nice, safe environment for people to be themselves, I think. How do you got to work tomorrow, so you're off? No worries. Welterusten. Tot straks. We'll see you soon. Must be knackered as well after your man trailing. Guess we do a shift sometime as well. Yep. That's what add you on there actually. There's a handful of people I didn't do the other day, so. In fact, I did most of them. I did most of everyone, but I think there's about 6 people I didn't do. So. You're going to do your shift with the Irish flag. I will have to sort you out on that one. I'll have to do your artwork. Saf was in earlier on, but he's probably knackered, so off to bed by the sound of it. Mitchell, how you doing, mate? Hoe gaat het, meneer? Ben je goed? Yeah. Steve was in earlier as well, but he's shattered as well. I think Steve's probably had a proper full day's work today, hasn't he? Irish lads, they are funny lads. I've got a lot of Irish mates. Work with a load as well. Spent a couple of weeks over in Belfast. Worked hard, but we had such a good laugh. I never once had a Guinness. The first night we got there, one of the big bosses was with us in a little restaurant, and he asked for a Guinness, and the lad behind the bar looked at him and went, "Sorry, we haven't got any." But you fucking what? I'm in Ireland. Well, yeah, you're in Northern Ireland, but still Ireland. Yeah, I know. But we haven't got any. I'll have a lager then. Fair enough. Irish are the best in the world. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. As are the Scots, the Welsh, the Cornish, the Scouse, obviously. Mitchell, your friends with one Irish YouTuber, he acts dumb but he's so smart. There's a few like that. Play up to the stereotype of being thick, but no, not at all. None of it whatsoever. There you go, as our Jack says, takes a wise man to act a fool. Oh, thanks. You calling me wise, are you? Our Connor's Irish as well. As is Ali. As is Jackie. We like our Irish. Mind you, where I come from, about 99% of people are Irish or have got Irish heritage anyway.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Jinxie, level 18, fantastic, as they say in Japan. Yeah, we're all Irish apart from, we were talking about it on the way back on Sunday, on the way back from the airport, because my mum and dad had just flown in from Portugal. They had to wait for ages at the airport. Everyone we know is getting Irish passports, and yet we can't, because it's got to be either your direct parents or your grandparents, is it, are Irish. Ours aren't. Ours go back way, way, way. They're Irish and Welsh, but not close enough to get passports, unfortunately. Saf's grandmother's Irish. Yep, 18, only about 10 behind Mandy. We're doing well. We're getting lots of people on very high levels, which I think's tantamount completely different. Testament to how fantastic you are. What's some Danish Nordic stereotypes, by the way? Anyone know any? Sister took a DNA test and it showed 21% Irish, Welsh and Scottish DNA. Makes absolute sense. Because if you go to northern Scotland, and especially the islands, Shetlands, the Hebrides, and the Orkneys, they don't talk with a Scottish accent. They talk with more of a Scandinavian, Nordic accent. It's strange. But that's because people were back and forward to each other all the time. Stereotypes. I don't know. Probably the same stereotype as most. It's loads of beer. That's about it, really. Yeah, I don't think there's too much of a direct stereotype, is there? Or does anyone else know any? Yep, Ali. We can't get those passports, otherwise my mum and dad would be buzzing. They would be into and out of Portugal, into the airport within seconds. You all run around naked. Is that the Nordic Danish stereotypes? You all run around naked. Your film industry is rather interesting. Is that the other one as well? Connie, you've got your own channel. Yep. Mitchell, his name is Nogla. There you go. He's got 7.4 million subs. What? How's he managed that? Obviously, apart from being a fantastic YouTuber, which takes some doing. I say fair play to anybody who puts themselves on screen in the first place. I know how much it takes. And whatever subs you get, you deserve. Absolutely. 7.4 million is a lot, but you don't get them by accident. You get them through hard work and from having something about you. Either a fantastic personality, something of value to offer your subscribers, or both. Going to watch your channel about, you make videos and do live streams as well. We'll have to jump on and watch. We'll have to have the entire Bears Paws coming down and watching you. Because when you speak English, you always have a Danish accent, but you pronounce things in a Scottish accent, kind of disappears. I always thought that made logical sense. If you have a look, the UK is a mad place anyway. But if you have a look at where places are on the UK and where they're close to, North East England and Scotland is closer to Scandinavia, Denmark, Germany, Holland, but more Scandinavia, more the Nordic countries. So they've got a huge influence on how they talk there. The south coast is closer to France, so there's a huge influence on the language and the way things are there. On the west coast, we're closer to Ireland and Wales, so we've got a huge influence that way as well. Just it's boss. I like it. Love the way language travels, the way it expands. Love it. You would put a link to your channel. Yeah, unfortunately, only only mods can put links in, can't they? What I'll do is I'll find your channel and we'll put a link in next time you're on. I'll do that for you, and then everyone can follow you. So we can do that. Gaming channel. You had a quick look at Nogla. Gaming channels, very nice. You can get huge amounts of numbers on them. Because let's face it, there's a huge amount of gamers, and I can't really play much at the moment, but I will sit and watch someone else play just to feel like I'm part of it. Yeah, it was very known back in 2012 from playing Call of Duty. Man, now you're talking proper old school. Our first one, I think, was in 2007. We all started playing. I wish we'd have had the technology back then to be able to do it. If me and my mates would have streamed back then, we'd have had such a laugh. We used to play on Call of Duty in Terminal, the Terminal building with the plane outside and everything. In one of those buildings, there's the metal detectors, and then behind there, we used to jump behind and play throwing knife dodgeball, which was superb. Everyone mic'd up, just laughing constantly. I miss them days. In school, you learn that 1,000 years ago, a Western Dane and an Eastern Englishman would be able to conversationally understand each other. C'est increíble, señora. Ali's doing the time warp again. Oh, bit of Duran Duran on the Juki. Right, search filters on Chanel. Right, I wonder. Yeah, give us a sec. Give us a sec. This is all being done in real time, obviously. Is the Juki on shuffle? None of the new stuff has appeared yet. It is. It should be.
Piggly Ding. Next.
Piggly Ding. Who's next? Who was on then? Mandy was on. Who's next behind the bar? Who fancies a shift? Yeah, it's definitely on shuffle. Right. There you go. That's Connor's channel. If you want to subscribe and go and have a look and see what he's up to, we'll jump on when he's streaming as well. Lending a bit of support from the Bears Paws. How's your knitting? Yeah, you've done about 5 different versions of a paw so far and you're still not happy. But have you learned things with each paw? Are lessons learned? That's the main thing. sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey, isn't it? That's where you learn things. Be streaming tomorrow morning. I will keep an eye out. If I can jump on before or during work when it's quiet, I will do. Right, so Ali, you can do the dance in your head, but in reality, you'd be shite. I don't know. I've got every George Michael in you. I reckon you'd do it. None of them look like paws. That's what you learned, right? Well, that's a lesson learned. Next time, you know not to do it those 5 ways. These are all lessons learned. Very important lessons learned too. And to be honest, sometimes the biggest lesson you can learn is how not to do something, rather than I've sort of learned how to do something. So I'll keep on trying to do the same thing and make small tweaks to it. Learn what you don't do and stop doing what you're not supposed to do. You'll learn quicker. So I believe. Hang on. I'll pin you. Connor. I'll pin you. There you go. Connor's pinned. Give him a follow. Give him a watch. You have to run to the little dogger's room. Yes. But you're back, Angie, that's all that matters. The time warp dance, the song version is different to the film version. I think I only know the film. The film version. And it's been a while since I watched that, to be honest with you. Thinking about it, I think probably the last time I watched the Rocky Horror was probably the 1980s. That's how long ago it was. Did you miss the time warp? You did. You were busy with the little doggers. You can always jump on and do it yourself, though. Jump on the bar and do it. Should I stay or should I go? Yep. I like the Clash. That's where I started with all that stuff. Back in the late 70s. All the punk, new wave, ska, all that gear. Loved it. What you did learn was you can knit birds' feet, no problem. But paws, just take a bit more. Same there as well. I am convinced it's the 1980s is the last time I watched it. And then it'll do that thing that we all do of a certain age. I watched it not too long ago. A couple of months ago. When was it? 1983, you know. Ooh, it was a bit longer than I thought. Yeah, a bit longer than you thought. You're going to play the time warp when you're on tomorrow morning. There you go. There's a reason to listen to that. Proper jump in there and watch. There's right. Oh, man. That does taste nice. Has to be said. It does taste nice. You should get a notification now. You should. Yep. And then we'll jump on. Our rally will be a cheerleader. That's what we do. Part of a little community. We all look after each other. As well we should. Can you do the moves yourself? Or have you got moves like Jagger? I always hated that song as well. I've got those moves like Jagger. If you're a man in your 20s and you've got moves like Jagger, you need to go and see a doctor because he's not right. He's just not right in the head, that fella. Definitely not. I see poor John Mayall died today, didn't he? From John Mayall's Blues Breakers. Responsible for some of the best musicians to come out of the 1960s. Ali, you want to jump behind, do you? Give our Mandy a break. There you go. Ali, what music do you like? I kind of might play some tomorrow morning for you. Get your requests in now. That's what we need to see. Loads of requests. You forgot you were still there, did you? Exactly, it just comes too easy for you, Mandy. Proper old school pro. Working behind the bar is second nature. I know what you mean. I was there. Back in the day. Yeah, our Ali doesn't mind as long as you play some tunes and she can have a dance around the living room. Waving that spun gold hair. Is it back to normal or is it still slightly dyed? Thomas wasn't happy with you doing that. Dyeing it. I'm onto 2 separate post-its so far. Oh, we're getting double time for your extra time. Yep. My hair looks ginger in that light. Does it? Not grey, would you say? Well, it was ginger when I was a kid. Obviously, we've seen the evidence, but it got darker as I got older, and then it got lighter as the grey starts coming in. Oh, here you go. Ed Sheeran, Garth Brooks, Lionel Richie, Sabaton, Time Warp, and a Yellow Submarine. There you go. You are sorted. Loads of stuff you can do there. Did you dye your hair? Highlights. Jackie, it was when she went to Paris. She was incognito. Trying to not be seen by the special services, you know, as she was hanging off the Eiffel Tower with a high-powered rifle, doing her wet work. Some high-profile target sitting there trying to have a nice glass of champagne and hear him ping, ping, ping behind him as she was getting her eye in. Yep, double nothing. But at least it's double nothing. It's not just nothing, it's double nothing. Jinxie, you're so behind. Do you mean you haven't caught up with what's happened, or are you trying to tell us you got back? Like Beyonce, is that what you're saying? I'm so behind is Baby got back for the next generation. Jackie, what kind of music do you like? Go on. What's your style? What you're into? What tickles your pickle? What gets you onto the dance floor? Throwing shapes in the church of dance. Foo Fighters, which of course in Northern Ireland are not called Foo Fighters, are they? Foo Fighters. Foo. What's Foo? Green Day, Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a definite kind of vibe to that, isn't there? Definitely. I can see where you're coming from with that. Muse, yeah. Disturbed. Is that the band, or you just, describing yourself? While we're at it, someone's going to have to explain to me Disturbed Sound of Silence. Why so many people think that's genius. Queens of the Stone Age, I love them. And Caius. And the Desert Sessions. Anything Josh Homme did, to be honest. Jinxie's Jungle Juice, there you go. You're distributed. I mean, you put yourself about a bit. Is that what that means? Distributed. I could do with another one of them, only full, not empty. They are nice then, by the way. If you're trying to give up alcohol. Corona Zero. Very thirst quenching, I find. Very thirst quenching. You can't say Foo Fighters without saying it with the emphasis on fighters. Like, what's his name, says it? What's his name? Foo Fighters. Like Matt Berry. That'll be a Matt Berryism, that owner. When he was Toast of London and he was talking about Lady Gaga and the Coldplay. You meant disturbed. You are disturbed, we know that. You might also be distributed, for all we know. And what you're drinking, that sounds like Donald Where's Your Trousers again, doesn't it? Angie, what you drinking? No, the American actor. Mandy, you're going to have to narrow that down because there are one or two American actors, to be honest. You do Dave Grohl. Again, do you mean in the biblical way, or would you take him down an alleyway and give him a couple of kidney dings and steal his wallet? Is that what you mean? I'd do him. Fucking bang. Yes, if I know rightly, I think quite a few people would do Dave Grohl because he's such a lovely man as well. Rugel Hugel. Could be Rugel Hugel. Ali, yes, I would like a Bose. A Bose for a Bose. Archon is okay, good stuff. The biblical sense for our Jinxie, of course. All his life he's been searching for someone. And he's just found you. I like this book. Storyteller. Listen to it on Spotify, I think it was, on the audiobook section. It was very good. He's a good storyteller. And he also narrates it, so it's in his voice. I always think it's better if the actual artist narrates it. Worth listening to if you've got it. That's if you can get the audiobooks on Spotify. Not everyone can. And you only get so many hours or so many... Oh, I don't know what it is. I've been listening to Geddy Lee's autobiography as well. The bass player from Rush. I like Rush. Non-alcoholic Bose for me. Thank you, Ali. Ali. I had to buy some yesterday and put it in the fridge to make sure I had some for today. That's how dedicated I am to these streams. Go and buy non-alcoholic Bose for stream. But I am now getting tired. I need to go and put my feet up because my knee's sore as well. So I think it's about time we called a halt to this stream, don't you? Don't you? I'll look tomorrow and see what's happening on Friday for the Olympics. I can only see, can't I? We can see. See what it is we do. Hopefully, Connor, I'll see you in the morning at your stream, if I can. I've got to pick my daughter. No, I haven't got to pick my daughter up. So I probably will be able to. Yay, go ahead. I'll do that. Now that I'm monetized, is the booze tax deductible? Good question. Good question. I would say at the moment, no. I would also say at the moment that I am not earning £1,000 extra as yet, so I don't even need to tell HMRC about it. As soon as the turnover and takings go above 1,000, I would have to start going in for self-assessment returns. But as soon as you do that, you can also then start claiming for cameras and lights and stuff that you buy. Know what I mean? So, swings and roundabouts. Yep, so cheers everyone. As always, you fantastic, wonderful bastards. Before we... where's the other thing I'm looking for? Where is it? Is it rooms? It's not, is it? Other stuff. There you go, yeah. Because we know what's coming next, don't we? Get your dancing shoes on. And that is that. Hoo-yah!